Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us, and we are so happy to have you. Um, we are excited about the show today and excited for the show to come in May that you just saw with our brilliant ladies, Makai, which is going to be messed up, but Queen in Swahili will be there about speaking about because I am an African woman. So that being said, today's conversation is exciting and delighting because we have a young inventor Kenya, who took upon himself to see the turmoil that is going on currently and take action and create a platform that I think he doesn't even realize what sitting on in the ways it can be so pivotal and changing from here on out. So I would like to introduce Andrew. He has a bachelor's degree in management information systems. He's also been in from Illinois University. He has had time in the United States, although he is native to his Kenya home soil. So I will bring him up, and we'll get to learn about him a little bit more and his wonderful device. Hello, Andrew.
Hello,
Nice
Dan.
to
How are
meet
you?
you. Good, good.
Nice to
How
meet
are
you.
you? Good,
Good.
good. So again,
Yes.
more of a pleasure for me to talk to you because A, you're in an area that I would love to go and see one day, and B, you've created a great device that we would love to talk more about. But like I brought to you before, I just want to know if you can tell us a little bit about your story and yourself and how Andrew, Big Andrew, became this before he was little Andrew. Like, what's little Andrew's story and what's your backing?
Okay. Yes, my background is I grew up in Kenya. Then
Mhm,
I moved to United States for university. I went to Southern Illinois University, where I got a master's degree a bachelor's degree in management information systems.
mhm,
Then I worked there for another 12 years as a network engineer. Then I moved back to Nairobi. I started working in the security sector, private security sector.
mhm,
During this time is when I started looking for technology solutions to better provide security. So this is the platform I came up with. And then it was also influenced by the things I was seeing in the news. So
mhm.
yeah, this one is basically to keep people safe and yeah.
Okay, so,
um,
so because you obviously had a backing, you had a great story about in your youth wanting having an understanding for justice, but then also having maybe a innate want of protection, right? Protection of self and protection of others. Um, ex- tell me that story of when you were young, and also that feeling of being protection and doing that so much. How did the stories that you heard feel for you, who's someone who protects others? Did you feel unprotected?
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you the story again.
Yeah.
It was when I was small, when I was a young boy. The neighbor picked my dog, and took it to his house, and said it was his. So, I didn't wait for my parents or my dad to come and sort it out. I just went into the house and grabbed it and took it back home.
Just yeah.
Yeah. So
Give me my dog.
I was like, "It's mine. Give it to me." I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
what are you doing?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
then
I guess that's how I guess I am, since an early age. Now, the things that we see on TV is really difficult to watch. Um, the video of George Floyd, that was very hard to watch. So
yeah,
I was thinking to myself, how could that situation have been different? Could the person taking the video maybe have called more people to take evidence, and maybe it would have been a different outcome. So that's why I came up with this how would I call it? This version where when you press your SOS button, it sends a message to everyone within 100 meters of you, or 300 feet. The reason I chose that is because within that distance, you can most likely see what is happening, unless you are behind a building or something. But it increases the chances of you being able to see what is happening, and record the video, and just increase the pool of video evidence, because one video can be disputed, but if there are about 10 to 15 other videos there showing the same thing, that is very difficult to dispute.
right. So,
Yes.
um, I think that with the platform that you have and have created, first of all, it would identify anybody who else had the application, that somebody within a certain mile radius that something's going on, right?
Yes.
Okay, so to clarify that, and in this great platform, I just wanted to speak to the fact that I think you have a lane of actually really changing some policies and procedures in how law is looked at, or how cases are looked at, because um, it can bring the argument of the public court of opinion. Um, how do you feel about that? Because I think you have a great way of showing why it's important, and how it could be admissible, to always be admissible in court, and even maybe getting some legal representation with you on board. Are you still there? I think, did we lose you? I think we might have froze a little bit. Okay.
Okay, I can see you now. I can hear you.
Okay, good, good. Did you hear the question?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you back to when we discussed before. I think you have a great platform, but I also think you have something that can help push policies that use video evidence in cases like George Floyd, and so on and so forth. Um, because we had a long line of people that we've watched and seen, and those cases got thrown out even by seeing a video. Do you see do you see that in the world of the SOS program? Um, did you think about that part at all?
Um, well, I hadn't really thought about the legal aspects of it, but I do know that in some cases that the video evidence can be thrown out, because maybe the video is out in the public domain, and they think it might prejudice the case, or something like that. But in my opinion, the 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 technology is here with us, is here to stay. So we
Yeah.
might as well use it for our benefit.
That's what,
So
yep.
yeah, so if there's a policy change that is needed to allow these videos that are already out in the public domain um, to be accepted as video evidence in a court of law, then I think we should definitely push for a policy change, so
Mm,
that we don't get cases being thrown out, even when we are seeing that
yeah.
there is it's something clearly went wrong, but the law has not caught up with the technology.
I think your device is again brilliant, and coming from our conversation of giving this alert, and showing to actually kind of give village to a community again, in a sense. Sorry for the noise in the background, but I think that that platform also helps that, like you could help your fellow brother you don't even know, but because of this application, and maybe even with this application signed a petition or something that we've talked about before, like you were so brilliantly discussing earlier, um, to get a community to kind of put checks and balances to the way our people are treated.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So let me.
definitely.
Yeah. So let me ask you, as your experience being a man that lived in America and in um, Africa, how did these experiences translate to you? Your father, but you're a man, a black man. How do these feelings and how did this translate to you? Obviously, you created something, but how did that feel to you?
Well, uh, coming from Africa, coming from Kenya,
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of faith, in the criminal justice system. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we are told, we see there's all these movies, there's all the criminal justice TV shows. So we believed that you can actually get justice. So one case that really damaged that perception in my mind was the case of Trayvon Martin. I mean, if that was 2012, but if you look at the guy's picture, I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
clearly a boy.
Yeah,
You
baby.
as a grown man, you don't pick a fight with a boy, and
Yeah,
somehow that slipped through the cracks, and the perpetrator got free.
yeah,
So that really that really puts it puts a hurting on your soul. You don't want to see things like that going on. So this solution that I came up with is I guess my contribution to to help reduce or even end this kind of injustices being done. Um, this is a solution that works best when it's in the community. When I said it's we take an Ubuntu approach to
mm-hmm.
security. Ubuntu is you say I am because we are, and we are because I am. So I just take it a step further in the
Yeah,
security world and say I am safe because we are safe, and we are
yeah,
safe because I am safe. So if we take
yeah,
that approach as a community, you know,
yeah,
um, we can actually reduce these incidences of injustices, and actually even crime.
yeah. So I do have a question that I want to ask you. But before I get there, what specifically in your life did you have you maybe read, been involved with, influenced by? that also helps you in your trajectory of wanting that Ubuntu, but in safety for not only yourself and your community. Was there anything influential in your life that's caused you to go that way?
I am I'm a history buff. I read this history, just on my free time when I have,
Mhm.
even
Me
when,
too.
when I'm supposed to be doing other things. But
Me
yeah,
too.
so I guess that is my background. I'm a connoisseur of history, especially Black History Month. Uh, so those heroes of the past, really influenced me. Like we've all heard of the famous Battle of Adwa, but
Mm.
they don't tell you that during that battle there were actually Haitians involved. They came to help.
Yeah.
So that kind of community coming together to solve a common problem, that is something that I'm very interested in.
Speaking as a Haitian woman, right? Yes, you're speaking to a Haitian woman. Um,
Right.
but and also too, take me through the functionalities of your software program. Help us understand how it works.
Okay, so right now it's available on the Play Store. It's called Simba SOSButton. Uh, just download it on the Play Store, and
Mm,
then it has three functionalities. There is the SOS button. When you press that one, it sends out a distress SMS to
mhm,
five of your pre-configured contacts. Now, these five pre-configured contacts of yours are your most trusted, most reliable people.
mhm,
That
mhm, mhm.
when they get a message from you, they're not just going to ignore it. That's up to you to know who in your
Right,
circle you can send that to. And
right,
then when
right.
you press the SOS button, it also activates what I call the Simba Helper alert.
Mhm,
Simba Helper it sends a message via Wi-Fi or your bundles, and it alerts everyone within 100 meters or 300 feet of you that this person has pressed the SOS button. Would you like to record a video? Now that is where the collection of video evidence comes in,
mhm,
so that we can have many different angles of the same incident, so that it is even more evidence is more compelling. It is more difficult to dispute.
I just
There is
thought of
also another
something.
feature.
Oh, yeah, please. So
Yeah.
will it
Sorry.
categorize the videos? Like, let's say if a whole bunch of people, because they know on this day, a whole bunch of people got alerted, so these 10 videos came, so would it like populate this act happening here in the application?
Yes, the video is stored locally on your
Yeah.
phone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is yeah, this is still an early version of
Yeah.
the software, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
as
Yeah.
later versions will have cloud storage for
Oh,
your
yeah,
for your
yeah, yeah, yeah.
videos. Yeah,
Okay.
but for the time being, just store it locally, and if you can, I leave it up to your best judgment to decide
Mhm.
what you're going to do with that video. Are you going to share it with
Yeah.
the person, with the victim, or victim's family, or media, or even the law enforcement?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand that. Um, I would I I would love to see it go to like a legal portal, but that's the beauty about being a start program, right? You got it motion, you got it moving.
Yes.
Is this application available on all forms of phones, right? Like Apple, Android, or is it limited to any phone?
Right now, it is only available on Android,
Only
but we
available on
are
Android.
in the process of we're in the process of getting the iOS version.
Okay.
It should be out in a few weeks, about 2 3 weeks. We'll have
Oh,
the
nice,
iOS
nice.
version.
I got
Yes,
both, but
I
I'm an
know.
Android girl.
Okay, yeah, it's me too. I have both, but
I'm
I
an Android
you,
girl.
you, right.
So I'll download mine today. Um, um, the other thing I didn't want to leave from you because especially like the younger boy, you gave me a story about and you're in your new seasons. You're early with this process. But we're in 2021 and I asked you before about like the you 31 years ago. What do you hope that in 81 years from now or in 2039, what is your hopes for Simba's SOS button to be able to do and its mission for not only itself and and its founder?
Okay. It's really difficult to predict where the
It is.
technology will be in about
Yeah,
10
it
years.
is.
But
It
I
is.
hope it will have made a difference in society. I hope
Mm,
that this idea that you can harm somebody and go home and have dinner with your family as if
right.
nothing has happened. I hope that is challenged and I would say defeated. If you do
Yeah.
that, if you do what Chauvin did, you're going to suffer the consequences.
Right, right. If and I should also say I would think so for everyone that this is obviously available globally, right? Through the
Yes, it is.
application store, obviously. Um,
Yes.
and my quick question to you too, in developing your software in Kenya, but living in America for some time and in the Chicago, Illinois area, um, which one was I don't know to say most difficult, but like, was it hard to come here to America? And
Um,
like, do you think you would have needed this application here versus there?
mm, well, when I came to the US, I was 19 years old. So
Mm,
to me, it was a great big adventure. I was really looking forward to it, and
right.
I do not regret
Party
my
time.
time there. Yeah,
Yeah. It's like party
yeah.
time,
So
party time.
right, 19 years old, going to a new country. That was awesome. So yeah, I enjoyed my time there, and I started noticing towards the end of my time there. I was there from '95 to 2013.
Hmm.
So things started getting a little worse towards the end of my time there. I started
Yeah.
noticing things that were disturbing.
Changing.
So
Disturbing.
yeah, things started changing.
Like disturbing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that also informed my decision to move
Go
back
back.
to Kenya. So in this in this environment, yeah, the issues here are more of how would I say it? It's we don't have the sufficient policing force here.
Mm,
The international standard for policing is one policeman for every 450 citizens. We're not there yet.
mm,
So
mm,
this is a way to bridge the gap between the law enforcement, private security, and the local citizens. All come together and help make the communities safer. But every country has its own challenges. But I believe that security is basically a community affair. So
mhm.
the more people get involved in the right way, to uphold justice, the better it will be for everyone in the general community.
You brought a great dynamic that I've never thought of before. With you guys having a little less policing and looking for a more like a more common language and communication between your citizens and the police, and we have the feeling of an overabundance, right? and trying to
Yes.
bring down the police to have that
Yes.
same merit. I just wonder in your dynamic, do you see that being constituted a little bit easier, just because of the ways of the land and the fact that, you know, there is a little less policing, so they do look more to their citizens for help?
Yes, yes, yes. Even there, when you're saying there's too much overbearing, it is still comes down to the citizens getting involved
Yeah,
in keeping themselves safe.
yeah,
This is where the Ubuntu approach comes in. I am safe because we are safe.
yeah,
So you just can't imagine that because you haven't been affected by it, that because other people are being affected, that you are safe. No, if if somebody is being done something wrong on one end, it could come to you. So it's better to come together before that and find a solution to the community's safety and security.
that's so profound a little bit in hearing that from you, just because it sits true and rings true a little bit higher than I would. I don't know, it just clicked a little bit. It makes sense, but it just clicked. You, we need. I'm not going to say anything about defunding or whatever right now, but if there was a little bit less, it brings the community up a little bit more and in a working arrangement of community. Also, I just have to ask, in your area, your police are usually from the area itself. They police their own area.
Here, they no, they travel around. They are
They
all
travel
over
around. Okay.
yeah, they're all,
Okay, so
all over the
same here.
country. Yeah,
Okay, same here, same here. Okay, I was just wondering that too, because if maybe if they're more in the community, like they're of that village that they're policing, and then the community has your app too, it kind of looks like a great synergy type thing. That I was like, oh, they could do that there. Like that would be awesome here.
yeah. I mean,
I'm
they
just,
are posted. Yeah, they,
yeah, keep me posted,
they're posted for a
definitely.
while.
Mm?
I'm sorry,
Say
I'm
that
saying
again?
they're posted for a while and they move around. So
Okay.
even where they are, where they're currently posted, we can still have that community engagement
Like, yeah, like that
for
synergy
better
situation. I
synergy.
would, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
word.
yeah, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
yeah,
Because it seems like it offers a way of being more synergetic with each other, which is different, like even working with each other, just being on everybody's on the same wavelength, you know?
exactly.
I like
Yeah,
that. I like that a lot. I told you before, I believe that you're sitting on a diamond right now, that I don't think you know how far
thank
it
you.
can go.
Okay.
Especially in uh, if it came to being a change of policies and how we look at evidence, um,
Yes,
or if it to or even to the ways of how community and police engage in a manner, you know, bringing police respect back to a citizen, bring a citizen's respect back to the police, you know,
that is
because
critical. Yes, that is critical.
you know what I mean? Um,
Yes,
and then getting a holistic, synergetic approach to the Ubuntu way of, especially us though in our community, um, demanding that in a sense. So then we all overall could be that, you know, like we just what you suffer in Kenya probably looks a lot, somewhere looks something like what is here in Connecticut, you know.
okay.
But you know, but if we synergize, just like we can get a synergized energy between there, it can work, you know what I mean? And through this
Yeah,
wonderful app, I think you really gave a great platform. Can I just ask you, I really want to know what was behind the name Simba? Because I'm going to think one way. So I want to know what's behind the name, the Simba SOS. Because I'm going to think Disney. So I want to know.
well, I was looking for a unique name.
Mm.
something that stands out and something that has a little bit of a history. Because if you see if you see these National Geographic shows, you see that the lions live together. You
Yeah.
know, they,
Yeah.
they live together, they hunt together, they fight together. That's how they survive. You know,
Yeah.
they a single lion is not quite the king of the jungle, can be taken
Right.
down by other animals. But when it is when it's a pride of lions, they can do their own thing. They get the respect they need and do their own thing.
I like it. I like it. I very much
Yeah.
like it. I, I and a little bit more about you too. You said you are a family man too. You have children of your
Yes,
own?
yes. I'm married with two children.
Yeah.
Um,
Do they have
yeah,
their SOS on their phones?
my youngest is 1 week old, so I hope when she's able to
Oh,
operate a phone, she can.
no phones. No
No.
phones.
Yeah, so
Oh,
when she's able to, I
congratulations.
hope she can.
Congratulations. So,
Thank you very much.
and how's your oldest?
She's good. A little clingy now that
But
the new one is there.
they're still very young.
They're still very young. She's
Okay.
2 years and 8 months. The other one is a week.
Okay. Okay, because I
Yeah.
was gonna ask with the children, like, if they are young, can they have they figured out your service? Um, like, is it as easy for a 5-year-old? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once you download the app, is
I gotta
one big
download it.
SOS.
I'm
It's
just
just one big
downloading it
SOS.
right now. I'm
Right.
gonna download it. And we're gonna see the functionalities, guys, as we talk about it. Like, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take the whole. I'm gonna do this as I talk. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna download this as we talk. Um,
Okay.
but that being said, too, you also brought a wonderful story to me when we were talking about Trayvon Martin and with your ideas about having people not have this concern in 2039, right? And you brought an idea up with the UNIA, the AU, sorry, AU. And I was wondering if you would bring about that because of like our unison, us being Ubuntu way together. I was telling you about the fact that there was conversations of um, if Haitians not born in Haiti can become citizens. You were telling me how the Ghana had a year of the return, and how the
Yes.
UNIA, I'm sorry, the AU actually released something about George Floyd's conviction, which death, which was surprising to you, and you stated something there that I thought was like perfect policy that I want you to bring out. How was your feelings about that surround our our work as a community, as a diaspora, to make sure that we're not hurt, our men and our women, our children are not hurt. Yes, using this application, but to take it further.
Okay. Let me just point out that Haiti is actually part of the AU.
Hmm.
They have been, I think, for the last 10 years or so.
Hmm.
So you could consider that the part of the AU territory in the Western Hemisphere.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yes, when that incident happened of George Floyd, I was really pleasantly surprised because the AU, all the African presidents met in Addis Ababa and
Hmm.
issued a statement about that. So that I believe that is the right thing to do. That is the way of the future. I think I would love to see the AU become stronger, kind of like a continental union, maybe even a government, uh, such that
Yeah.
we don't appear to be so weak and fragmented.
Yes.
Because once you don't have respect at home, there's no way you can get respect abroad. The other issue about we talked about was the Ghana. Ghana had a year of return. in I believe 2019, and it was hugely successful for Ghana. I believe they were expecting about 500,000 500,000 visitors. They got over a million. That just shows that there is a hello. There is a
I don't
demand
know
for
what
this.
happened. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened, but we're back. I don't
you just
know.
froze.
Am
Yeah,
I
I was
back?
saying that. Yeah, I can hear you. I was saying that Ghana had a year of return, and it was hugely successful. They were expecting 500,000 people. They got over a million, which just shows that there is a willingness and eagerness to for the diaspora and the continental Africans to connect.
Hmm.
So I would really like to see this year of return continue in a few years' time, so that diasporans can come and live and work anywhere
Right.
within the AU, even within Haiti, because Haiti is part of the AU. So they
Which
can
is true, which is
they
true.
the diasporans are free. Yeah, diasporans will be
I'm
free to
gonna
live
be
within
here.
anywhere within the AU. Yeah.
Hold on one second for me. I'll be right here. Just this battery is dying, unfortunately, but give me 1 second. I could still hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. I've been sitting here crossing my fingers that the power doesn't go out.
Right,
It won't.
right, right. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Just give me 2 seconds. Let me just make sure that plug is okay. But,
Okay. Leah McKees. If you can hear me, I will try and answer your question. Congratulations on your achievement, Andrew. How has your invention been received by your peers or the young people you know? Um, the reception has been good. So far, we have quite a bit of we have received quite a number of interest, over 2,000 so far. The biggest the best response has been in Kenya, followed by the US and also South Africa. It has been downloaded quite a bit. So I'm happy. It's going better than I thought, but I'm quite happy with what I see. And yeah, please share it and download and share it with your family and neighbors and friends. Thank you.
you can hear me, guys? I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. Thank you for taking it on so well, but we're answering some questions.
Yes, I answered a question from Leah Marquise.
So yeah, let's do that. Let me check. We have thank you for, I definitely want to show this one. Thank you for your great achievements, definitely. But let's see if we have any
Thank you so
other
much.
questions for you as we're conversing. Congratulations on your achievement, Andrew. How has your invention been received by your peers or the young people you know? Did you answer that one?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I
All
answered that one.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Has it been received yet? Sorry, I missed it. Was it well? It was well received?
So far, so good.
I could
The response has been good. Very
I could
good.
see this really growing with youth, especially. I could see this really going with youth, especially being
Yes.
in a technical world, being a millennial myself. Um, I'm not youthful anymore, but I'm a millennial.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
I would like to think of your smartphone as an extension of your security uh, gadgets, if I could say so.
I
So
can
I
understand that.
think the smartphone is underutilized. This,
Hmm.
you got it.
I
Yeah, the
did.
smartphone is underutilized as a security gadget. So
That's a
this is,
good point.
yeah, if you can
Explain
think
that.
of your phone, yeah, as something you can use for your own security. That's what I am trying to push, not just for yourself, but also for your community.
So explain that to me. Now that we're back, explain that to me of the underutilization of your device. Because I'm a person who actually maybe I love devices. I did growing up the way I did. But I become like the Will Smith and I Robot, and I become a little bit scared. So explain to me, how do we underutilize our devices to become security methods?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have smartphones. You use them for social media, entertainment, also for shopping, for business,
Mm-hmm.
and of course for
Mm-hmm.
communicating. But it's not really being pushed as a platform for your security. I think it's being underused as a platform for your security. And with this tool, you can just download the app just like you downloaded WhatsApp or Facebook,
Yeah.
and use it for that purpose.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you
I'm
know
actually
that.
I'm
Yeah.
signing on into Facebook with it. I'm allowing it to find me. I'm going through all your procedures as we talk.
Okay. Okay.
um,
Yeah.
but go right ahead. Because there is like I've been told and heard that we use our devices about like 10% of our devices, but we always buy new ones. And you bring a good point about the security measures that come with it that we probably overlook,
Yes, we overlook
especially in
them.
today's day and age.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The average user spends quite a number of hours on their phone. So
Right.
when you are on your phone, you can easily access your security gadgets within or security apps within the phone. So you can have a sense of security because your help is just a push of a button away.
Have you now coming to now developing the devices and then with your actual business of security, private security, have you seen technology enhance the way you're able to provide security for people, your clients?
Yes, yes. Private security is moving rapidly towards technological solutions. You obviously know the CCTV, the biometric access.
Mhm.
The patrol monitors. But now this one is you can use it without having an expensive contract.
Right.
All you need is to organize yourselves with your neighbors, with your coworkers, with your places of worship, take a community approach to securing yourselves.
Have you used your device within your team for your security, for your working? Have you tried your device within that?
Yes, we have. It's in the field. Yes,
It is. Yeah, it's good. So
it's right in
you're
the field.
being
Yeah.
your own protocol, your own prototype.
Yes, it's in the field. It's being used.
Awesome, awesome. And their feedback as well. Their feedback has been hi.
Their feedback, yeah, they're giving me ideas of new features that they want. So that's what I'm working on daily, to, give the customer what they want. The customer is
I
all
can
the
agree.
star.
I can
Yeah.
agree. I just want to see if there's any, because what is the invention? My God. Okay, well, if you want to explain again, there's someone asking what's the invention. Again, my guy. So we can, if you don't mind, we can
Uh,
explain the Simba button again for those who missed it, or they can, or you can reel back in the video to hear what it is. But it's up to you if you'd like to restate what it is.
yes, it's called Simba SOSButton. It's available on the Play Store. You download it on your phone, go through the registration processes. It's completely free to use. The only cost will be the SMS messages it sends and also the data that it uses. But if you're on Wi-Fi, it will not use any extra data, so it's pretty cheap to use.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And I'm just seeing if any other things, or if thanks for the great achievements. Yeah, we saw some of these. Um, so with other, oh, this might be an idea for later, but because it's with, you know how our phones have compatibilities with like these watches, or you can link it
there
to
you go.
everything or whatever. You could, because it's, again, there could be some multifunctional capabilities within this app too. So it could be on the watch, it could be on your phone, it could be I don't know, whatever you play your music on running. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So
Exactly.
I could,
You could
I'm,
just tap your wrist on your phone, on your watch.
yeah,
But
the watch, yeah.
yeah, but this is the early version. So
No. Oh no, we
these
know it is.
enhancements are
We're just
coming.
dropping you jewels. We're just dropping you jewels to help you advance it. I tell you, remember us little guys when you got it. Oh, this is platinum. I got it together.
I hope so.
You know? But
I
I
hope
think
so. Yes.
I really think that this is a great start for us, and in a way, because I was even hearing or overhearing, I don't want to call out the name, but I was overhearing him speak this morning, and he was talking about exactly what we were talking about last night, and giving a way for just us as a community to enforce um, taking care of our men, our women, our children, you know what I mean, in a collaborative manner, but then overall keeping people safe overall, right? But
Yes, absolutely.
and for nothing more than just in a comparison, but um, you cannot hurt the China man or the China woman without China coming after you, right? So
Exactly.
we can
Yeah.
just be with systems like what you have. It just it gives a vehicle to be that, you know,
Yes. Yes.
to start that in any type of structure.
That's my message to to you out there. Organize,
Mm,
organize, organize.
mm,
There's a free tool that you can use to organize. You don't have to suffer by yourself. You can organize. If you're in trouble, get that community behind you. That is one thing that we can all do for each other. All it takes is your commitment to help your community. As we said earlier, I am safe because we are safe. You cannot imagine that what is happening to your brother down the street cannot happen to you. You need to make sure that that bad thing that is happening to your brother doesn't happen to him, so that even you yourself can be safe. So that's what I have to say. Just organize, organize, organize. And speaking of organizing, Councilwoman, we had talked about doing a petition. Internet.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can see you.
Do you know, have you ever came to a time when you realize it's like probably time to get a new computer? Those times. My daughter's been like, "Mom, you need a new computer." And I'm like, "Yep, this is it. This is the time. It's done it."
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
appreciate you
Me
dealing with
too.
me. I
Me too. I
appreciate
could
you
use a more
dealing with
powerful one. Yeah, it's
me.
okay.
Okay. So, but let me see. Let me see what these other questions coming up. What are
Yes.
the oh,
We,
what are the typical response times on the emergencies? Have you gotten like if I saw
uh,
something and I'm pushing the button, I'm recording, they're asking, have you seen what is the typical response times?
um, now it would depend on where you are, because remember, this is a free service. You are not paying anybody to respond, or it's not a government service where you measure response time. So it depends on on the contacts that you put in your emergency contacts. You know, as I said earlier, you are your most trusted, your most reliable people to
Hmm.
respond to you. Um,
Hmm.
how how soon will they respond? How soon will your neighbors or people around you respond to you? Um, it is different on in different occasions. You can hear me?
I can definitely hear you. I'm just trying to see what the next question is. I just didn't want my face in the camera. It's like I
Okay.
didn't want to be up my nose too. Um,
Okay.
some of
Yes, if we can go back.
Okay, so but you would say, but you're saying right now that it would just go to the people that you directly have. So,
Yes.
and then, that did bring the question to me that we talked about before about, um, maybe opening a lane for legal structures of any sort, whether it be like a lawyer's
Yes.
firm,
Yes. Exactly.
you know, or something that will see those first before being dispelled.
Yes. 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 I think that one. I think that the technology has already overtaken those provisions. So
Mm-hmm.
I would really appreciate if you could help with that petition. To change the relevant provisions in the law that require the evidence be presented to an attorney first before being released to the public, because that can't happen anymore. In the past, in the past, when we did not have this internet, you had to go to a publisher or a distributor to publish something. Now that is where the checks would come in at the publisher or the distributor, or to prevent evidence from coming out into the public. But that can't happen anymore. Um, Times have changed. Technology has moved forward. We should move forward with the times too.
Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking too, and just to like kind of clarify maybe for the understanding for some people, this from what I saw this app to be, and please correct me, Andrew, if I'm wrong, is that if you are coming onto something that has happened, not you yourself being um, the one in harm, but you're coming towards something that you're actively seeing a crime or some form of act in process. This is where you would use this device to record and ping. that something's going on, right?
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
okay, just, and I'm saying that just to answer some of the questions happening, because I can understand also where the confusion would be of thinking if I'm the one being in a put in a position, right? And if I'm like George Floyd himself couldn't record anything, he was the one in the position. But the reality was a bunch of people were around him to record. And that's what I think the software is doing too. So just to clarify on some of the questions about the software we're getting, um,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
what it would be.
Yes. If I can continue.
Mhm.
If you notice the video that I released, the two victims in that case, they were not in a position to press any button or call for help. It is other people who recorded on their behalf.
Right,
That's why this is better if it is a community solution. So you don't just think of pressing the button for yourself. If you
right,
see something that is going on that it looks like your brother or sister is getting crime done on them, go ahead and do it. Be your brother's keeper.
right,
You know,
right, right,
yes.
right, right.
Step in and do something. Don't just walk away. You
I
know.
actually just realized I wish we had the video of you in promoting and explaining your device. But that's exactly how these that I took your app to be more of a Ubuntu step in, and put, it's not only watching your brother, but it is watching your brother, but then it's also, it's eyes on whatever else is harming your brother. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like,
Yes. A
because
community solution.
like that taser wasn't a gun, type of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Mm.
um, I'm sorry. I'm just getting questions about this one. Like we got a nice little hallelujah, which was good. Um, Let me see. They're saying that okay, the Android platform where you say the danger on the phone is the lock screen where you switch. So okay, so there are some still questions about functionalities. What is the main different factor between the feature of the app being offered? So what are the different? I think that's different features between the I don't the different factors between the features. I don't know what got blended right there on the apps being offered. So I guess what are the features being offered in the app? So let's find out. Or do you know what are your features that are being offered in your app?
The difference from the ones that come with the phone is the Simba helper app, the one that sends a message to other app users who are within 100 meters or 300 feet from you. That one is the unique feature that is on the app. Hello, you are still there? We have we have lost the. Mm, Private chat. Okay.
Um, can you see me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can see you. I can see
Okay,
you. I can
let
hear
me
you.
in. I'm so
How's
sorry.
it?
I had to take it off the computer. Like I can't with the computer.
Okay.
But that being said, sorry, and I'm glad you saw me. And now I was gonna try to show the functionalities of your app, but now I'm on my phone and I can't show the functionalities. So um, I would like to leave. We were supposed to be an hour. We could go a little bit more because of our hiccups that we were having. I'm gonna have
Okay.
to put this computer to but
Yeah,
help
get
us with
another
the
one.
functionality since I stopped there and we blah blah blah. I was gonna go into your app, but what does your app do and what can it help us with at that time?
Okay. I have it here on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you can see that. Yeah, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't miss that.
Mm-hmm. I can. I see it. I see it.
You
I,
once you open it, you can't miss that. And as I was mentioning earlier, um, we spend about an average of 5 hours per day on your phone.
mm-hmm.
So on in during those 5 hours, it's not like you will have to open your phone or reach for it because you're already on your phone for five
Right.
hours. So it's a solution that's sitting right there for you as you are doing your other things on your phone, your businesses, your social media. Just click on the app. You can also bring it from the notifications. It's
Mm.
it's is there also in the notifications. You can press the SOS button from there.
I, I, like I said, I think your start with this is amazing. The fact that you got it on the App Store gives it the functionalities of being global already. Um,
Yeah.
which one of the greatest things about all of this is the fact that it got us more connected, right? Um, so I just wanted to say I really do appreciate your product. I'm looking at myself twice, so I just want to make it. But I
I'm
appreciate
here.
yes, I appreciate your product completely. But I do want to have, but I do like closing out with one thing, and I always ask this for the for the little boy, for the young child, for the boy or girl, to your daughters, to whomever, to the people who don't know that they are you yet, or they don't know that they'll help innovate your project someday, one day, because they're now 6 and they'll be 26 a few years from now. What in the Ubuntu way would you say to them for the unity, for the strength, and for the safety of us overall in the United States? I mean, in the planet, in the globe. in the United States of Africa, like for all of us? What would you give and what would you say as a Black man?
Um, what I would say is that we first of all we are on the United States of Africa. We're on
Mm-hmm.
the United States of Africa platform. We need to dispel the idea that that we are minorities. We are very many. But our strength, our abilities are not quite focused yet. Um, we need to organize. There's a free tool that we can use to organize,
Yeah,
focus our energies, focus our strengths. That one will make sure that, as Ubuntu saying goes, I am safe because we are safe.
we are.
Don't think that what is happening to your brother or sister cannot happen to you.
Mm.
Come together, organize, come together. Let us let us keep each other safe.
And on that regard, I do appreciate you. And first of all, I do also want to take the time to say thank you to the Tuna Cheki platform and YouTube channel for letting us showcase Andrew and his brilliance, his wonderful platform and design. Hopefully, will strengthen our security not only within like our local regions, but then nationally and globally, um, and really strengthen as a whole. I just want to make sure we say thank you so much to our greater supporters, Cheki, and everyone else. I just want to don't leave you without just checking if we don't have any more questions to our viewers. Thank you so much for continuing to be a support and for viewing. Please download your Simba SOSButtion. If you are Android and you're cool, download it now. and for uh and for you other cool people, it'll be coming to you on an iOS system shortly. But you guys got Clubhouse first, so we get this. But it is an immense pleasure to speak to you. And I told you some little ideas back there that I think you have really sat on gold with this. And Ubuntu for real. I appreciate this content being made. I appreciate this platform being made in an easier way, in an easier sense, without feeling like a tattletale situation, because that's something we grew up with. That's something in my life. But making it a way that hopefully can get us to record information that is happening if it's wrong, right?
Yes,
Have it in the right hands at the right time, right? And
yes.
then getting it to a legal voice before it gets to a reporter
That needs to change.
would be an amazing structure here. And I think you have a great way to create that. So when that
Yes,
reporter gets it, they're going to make sure they pronounce every T and every I, because, if a reporter's looking at them, a lawyer's looking at them. So
right.
I appreciate you for being on this platform. Thank you so much for taking the time to just think of others' safety and your own. Um, and for being a little bit of a understanding of electronics, because I would have never known how to do this. I would have never known.
Okay.
Have a great one. And I hope,
Thank you very much for. What's
last
that?
question.
Yes.
What's your next invention? I just want to know.
I don't know.
Diane, inventors always have something bubbling in there. So I wonder, what's the next thing?
I don't know. What's the next problem? That's how you approach it.
Well, as you fix the bugs in this, because it's a beautiful start, I'm sure you'll find the next one, and hopefully you'll let us let us and I and my new computer when I get it
Right.
interview.
Okay.
All right, take care.
Thank
Have
you
a
very
great
much
day.
for having me. Have a great day.
You too, you too. Take care.
Thank you. Yeah.